had panza, which is like cow stomach. I only had it once because after that I made sure that the members, like, I didn't say to the members that made it, obviously, but after I left that area, like, when people were like, oh, what do you like to eat? I was like, I just like everything, but I don't like panza. Like, I made sure they knew that I didn't like it because it was such a painful experience. Because it's, like, chewy, but you can't, like, break it off. Like, you have to go like that to get it in your mouth. And I, like, would roll it up in a tortilla, and, like, my tortilla, like, only the corn tortilla part would come off in my mouth, and I'd still, like, have the panza left over. And I usually would eat in, like, 10 minutes. It took me 40 minutes to eat panza, and the members just sat there and watched me. Out of love, I know they did, but that was a crazy experience. Yeah, I definitely did not enjoy that. I remember specifically one time coming out of the church and I had my umbrella with my one companion, and my umbrella, like, flew backwards and, like, broke just because it was so windy and it was raining so hard. And so then we were stuck without an umbrella, and we got soaked. I got soaked a lot on my mission. I would come home and just wring out my skirts, and just, like, a ton of water would come out, and it became part of my life. So I had to make sure to bag my scriptures. When it rains, bag your scriptures. I learned the hard way. My scriptures are now soaked, but what can you do? I learned how to do this. I think that's pretty cool. I learned how to roll my R's. I've been wanting to roll my R's forever, like learning Spanish in high school, and then at the university, I was just like, I can't roll my R's. So my last month in my mission, I finally learned how to roll my R's. So that was really cool. So I do it all the time now in my house, so I can keep it. I just love doing it. It's so fun. So I will just always do that. My sister thinks I'm the weirdest person ever. I love it. I think a lot of, like, skills that I learned too is just, like, interacting with people, letting people know that they're welcomed. That was something I felt like I had before my mission, but something that was strengthened on my mission. I think that's how a lot of the skills that I developed, I guess if you're saying, like, skills, kind of like gifts or talents, a lot of the skills I developed on my mission, things that I didn't realize I had inside of me. And so I think that was a neat experience to realize what I was capable of. So they don't really talk a lot about pronunciation in the MTC, in high school, and anywhere. So it was really hard for me to do the D's. The D's are like a TH, so it's like instead of a D. And so, like, I would always say todo, but I would say todo, and it sounds like toro to them. And so, like, I couldn't say a lot of things. So a lot of times people thought I was saying one thing and I wasn't saying that. And so then they would start laughing. And they would just, like, sit outside the church while we were waiting for someone to come open the gate. And they'd be like, Hermano Webster, say estacionamiento. And I was like, and I would, like, struggle, and they would just start laughing, and they loved it. And so now they'll still call me today, Hermano Webster, say this. And, like, just to see if I can say it. So that's fun. I don't remember, like, a specific moment where I said something really bad, but it was good. I think more than anything, interacting with my companions has been the greatest life lesson. My one companion, our companionship did not start off on a good note at all. And she looks at me and she goes, how did you feel today? I was like, it was fine, you know, like, I just didn't want to really get into it. And she goes, look at me and tell me how you felt today. And I was, like, so intimidated by her. And in the end, she became one of my favorite people to be around. We were completely different, absolutely different. And she always told me, you're the day, I'm the night. Like, that's us. But it worked. She taught me to relax and to have fun and enjoy myself. And she taught me how to communicate. I think that was really key, communication. Being able to express myself, and I felt like I really gained a greater understanding of who I am and that I'm important, what I have to say is important, and that I should say it. It taught me to be a little more upfront with people. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. I'm still learning how to handle that. But I think that my companions, along with the people of Guatemala, taught me to enjoy life and to let others know how I feel for them, and to be open with other people. And that has really blessed my life. I think that's been one of the biggest changes, that I'm not afraid or ashamed of who I am, because I know who I am is important.